But Oscar is bottom though. I don't really think they're gonna go aggro bottom with the HFN here.
Hey, they do move him back up to top.
Yeah. I want to see. Okay, you know what? You guys are hating on Undying. I love Undying. I think this hero is great. It's just a matter of having the knowledge. Like, this is one of those heroes where your knowledge is what makes you, you know, good with this hero. And
what kind of knowledge?
Really, we're talking like, okay, which lane to go to, at what point you need to move, you know, where to drop the tombstones, commanding your team to fight in the right areas of the map so you have impact and completely destroy. Because there are fights where Undying can just literally carry on his own.
He sure can. I mean, right now he's carrying by farming. Top lane, Pandaboo dropping low. Nice little Nick stun comes out. Stops Frank and Moose from finishing off the Enchantress. But yeah, bottom lane, Undying, he gets the first wave of creeps. He's got 2 CS, he's got 2 denies. Oh, 3 last hits.
Oh, he feels good. Frank is just chilling top.
Another Nick stun. MNZ trying to turn back onto Matthew. So much HP regen on this Nyx Assassin though, with Tango going, he's like 12 HP a second.
It's very interesting. Undying soloing in out.
Nyx is dead here. There's the final hit. Spending a Wraith Flag last on him, in fact, and yeah, giving it to MNZ.
Worth it. Completely worth it. You want your Wraith team to be a big boy this game, that's for sure.
Yo, Undying is winning that bot lane.
Yeah, he is. He steals strength from the Alp and denies the creeps and, you know, punches him. Not a whole lot he can do. But now Frank is bottom. He's like, bro, where's the creep waves at? He's like, I ate it. There's almost 3 on the Undying.
There's that knowledge for you if you've been paying off. Undying knows he can sit in that bot lane, farm away, bully the Alchemist to his heart's content. And wait for Frank to come back in.
I post this next one. Yeah, I mean, it's more than just a laning for sure, but this hero, you know, the more experience you have with it, the better you become as an Undying player. I have too many Undying games, Gary. I'll tell you that. You know why?
I'm actually gonna go look. I'm checking my games as well.
Probably not as much as like I claim, but to be honest, he has one of the best voice lines on gold. You can click it and you can see. This is what I would like you to check out. Check Undying's voice line.
Undying's voice.
And let everybody know what it is.
Wait, where the hell do I see this? Where do I see voice lines?
Undying. Next rewards. Scroll down. Go to gold tier. Yeah, Dota plus.
Ah, I see. Yes, gotcha. Gold. No brains. Is that the one you want?
Yup. It's the best voice line in the game, man. You tip your enemy and then you write no brains in all chats.
That's some cheeky stuff. I mean, right now, still ahead in CS over the Alchemist. Pos 5 Undying. 7 last hits. Getting netted up. Turned around under the acid spray. Quick little soul rip gets him away. Top lane, they do kill off Matthew. And that Wraith Fire blast.
Yeah.
And Pandaboo dying to the Undying down bottom lane. 3 kills up now. Thunder Predator looking good in this lane stage.
Yeah, Enchantress not that good playing into this side of the lane or this side of the map here. Gonna get Decayed, Soul Rip into the Swash, and she has a very small HP pool to begin with.
Yeah, sitting at 620. Like, a couple of Decays, you're getting one shot by this Swashbuckle, which is level 2 now. Now for that top lane, Darkseer trying to contest this lane drag. So his Nyx Assassin unfortunately can't pull the camp. It's been sentryed up. So there's no way to drag that back. He's already spent the small camp too. So it looks like the efforts shift down bottom again. The Alchemist chased down by the Undying. A War Stomp from the Centaur. He's looking for that kill, but he won't get it. Pandaboo claims it instead. But HFN dead. 13 CS on his Alchemist. Not feeling too happy about this bottom lane.
Yeah, I wonder where he's gonna go next now with HFN. Going bottom into this lane seems really hard.
Frank really calculated that. Does he get the kill?
Hit?
Stick
No.
charges? There we go. And Frank, he had Fairy Fire and knew his mana was coming back up. He really towed the line. Nearly died to the Enchantress. He'll be just fine. Bounty Rune's coming up in about 40 seconds to refill his bottle. Just needs to wait it out. And again, the side lanes have been action-packed, so we kind of ignored mid. What's going on in there?
Well, the Lena's doing very well for herself, and the Nyx Assassin also came in mid, annoyed Leo style a little bit. It's just gonna come down to who gets the power runes here. You definitely want to take those away from the Void Spirit, or else he's gonna be ganking the side lanes, where Lena, she'll probably just end up chilling mid, shoving the lane out, making sure that if the Void Spirit does leave, the mid tower will be pressured.
And around this boundary rune timing, everyone is off on those sides, looking for bottle refill for Leo style. He grabs it up under the nose of Matthew.
Yep, had to put a little bit of effort into taking that rune though, because the Nyx Assassin being annoying.
With
up for it.
With a Dire Observer ward there as well, they'll be able to see who shifts into the triangle to try and farm.
That's the thing about Dota, Gary, you know, you want to always make it really hard for your enemy, even to do the most simplest task, like picking up a bounty. Oh, what happened here?
Frank's died. Hellbear Smasher comes in and claps him. I didn't catch the start of it, but he must have expended Swashbuckle early. And it's still level 2, so a 16-second cooldown on it.
Got a nice kill then on Alchemist too, and he needed that. Like, he was starting to fall a little bit behind in terms of where he wants to be in levels and gold, but with that kill and the creep wave he picked up right after that, he's back on top. And Pango, oh my goodness, 9 last hits only.
Yeah. Undying stole his CS.
Yep. Dark Mago though.
In the mid lane.
Here we go.
Dark Mago, there's MJZ with Leo style. And Nyx was trying to come down here on the left top lane alone, where Oscar is being chased by this phase boots. M&Z Wraith King, he can't quite finish the job. So close though. And then down his bottom spot, MJZ's wrapped around on the Enchantress and moves, shackles him up. Nice little chameleon tongue coming out.
I love that cosmetic, it's so amazing. M&Z is still staying top though. Oh no. Oh no, M&Z. Where's the surge on the creep? Oh, he doesn't have mana. Doesn't have mana, okay.
Yeah, he spent the vacuum.
I feel like he should just Ion Shot himself and surged in and chased the Wraith King down instead of clicking that vacuum. Level 1 vacuum, only 100 damage.
I guess he was scared of a number of TPs coming in. And he definitely could have killed him on his own.
Could have been good though if people TP up there, you know? Relieve some pressure off your Alchemist, your Lena.
Yeah, and even if you trade 1-for-1 Darkseer for Wraith King, you know you're delaying his timing nicely.
Definitely worth it. Because now he's just chilling under a tower, life stealing, got that level 3 Vampiric Spirit. Feels good for the Wraith King so far.
And Nyx Assassin comes back up with a wall, dropped on MNZ. Oscar, still low on mana with no vacuum for 10 seconds, does force moves to TP up here.
Good rotation, forcing from NoPing here. That means the Shaman will not be bottom killing Alchemist or Enchantress.
But Alka's gone back into the triangle farming some single camps. I mean, no, that's
a
happening.
Pretty big single camp. It's an ancient camp, Gary.
He's slowly but surely whittling away at it.
You know, when you say single camp, it reminds me of like the little kobold creeps, or like me of the kobold creeps. Yeah.
I'm just mainly pointing out that he's not taking out stacks. He's made this conscious decision to come back and farm a little safer. But I don't know how safe it is. Like, look at Leo style with an arcane rune. They knew this was happening. The double step forward, and he's going to Enchantress too. Leo style, with this vision given to him by the Undying, finds both of them as Frank
sitting under a vision.
Panda.
Getting too low. Also, Alchemist wasn't even level 6.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna know there's a ward there now. That's for sure.
They've got to. Oh yeah. Another Astral into that mid lane. Leo style trying to turn it around. They've lost moves. Dissimulate. Removes the Nyx Assassin in that 1-for-1 trade. And now you've got a top lane, which is a level 5 Alk against a level 7 Wraith King. HFN does finally crack level 6. Has his ultimate at the ready.
Yeah, I would love to see Thunder Predator making a smoke play right now with the Undying and the Void Spirit going to top where the Alk just TP'd in. Because now you know he can't get away, right? If he wants to get away, he has to run back. You know the angle that he can go from. Smoke on him, get another kill on him, slow down his timings. Don't let him get that free battlefield. And there it is. They're going to leave the Undying mid and they're going to take a Shadow Shaman instead. But the smoke is there.
Yeah, they move up top, they drew the line, they spot
Oh, they know. Dude,
Alchemist.
yeah, he won't even get his ulti off.
Hexed, chain
Oh,
stun,
he got it off,
gets
though.
his ulti off, but the damage
enough.
is massive here from the Radiant team. Whack into him with a final crit from the Wraith King. And now they can think about that top tier 1 as well.
Yeah, they even give it to the Wraith King, so now he's got a Midas. 9 minutes in, Gary.
I mean, look at Nyx and Lina, though. They all stood up on this high ground. They'll get moves. Fortunate for Leo Style, he didn't follow the Shadow Shaman. It could have been the end of him as well.
They were hoping for Leo Style there.
And it's still going to go
10
hunting
minutes.
for him a little bit.
Bounties. Bounties.
Void Spirit grabs up one. And tracking back into the mid lane. Undying. Can't stop that haste rune being picked up by this Darkseer. And now it's MJZ's turn to get whacked down. It's 10 to 5. Net worth difference, very minimal, but when you've got an Alchemist on your team, you expect to be ahead at this point.
Definitely. And it feels awful right now because he goes into the jungle, he doesn't see any stacks whatsoever to help him out right now. That's what they gotta focus on NoPing side. This Enchantress gotta get some stacks going.
Yeah, try and build up something for the Alps.
Should be near the Ancients right now, no? Stacking both of those camps. Actually, Dark Mago might just do it. Nope, just gonna farm the big camp. Alright.
That's Lina's
Rip
farm.
Alk. Rip Alk's farm.
It's a pretty rough one. They drop Serpent Wards in the mid lane. Looking to claim
Gotta take
tier
this.
1.
Exactly. They want to be able to take this, run into the jungle, kick this Alchemist out of the jungle camps that he's trying to farm. Maybe get the Alk to TP across the map and then smoke back to him once again the same way they did earlier.
Yeah, with the 2 wards that they do have out there, it's this process of elimination from Thunder Predator, right? The Triangle Ward did just expire, but they knew Alk wasn't there, Alk wasn't top, Alk isn't bottom, so he must be in this jungle somewhere. And you're right, they forced him out. Lina trying to
Ulted
clear out
and
the
ran
mid
her all
lane.
the way around. Now they look at the lines that are being drawn here by MJZ, circling the big camp. It's like, that's exactly where the Alk is right now. Let's go get it.
Nowhere else he could be. That has to be it. He drops a tombstone on the high ground, thinking that the Lina and the Nyx were going to run forward. Yeah, preemptively places it.
You gotta drop the tomb when the enemy 100% commits to the team fight, or at least like 80 to 90%. That was a non-committal play from the Nyx and the Lina.
Or DD on the Void Spirit. Level 10. Alchemist level 7 farming forward into the small camp and a wave that's been dragged into him. Battle Fury still 300 or 200 gold away, and a smoke coming out from NoPing, trying to give him that space. But Wraith King, I don't know, can you kill him twice? Undying is following them.
But they can do it if Thunder Predator don't react.
They're reacting. They're coming up, and yeah, NoPing have realized that is too far to chase a Wraith King down that lane. And they still have a DD rune here coming up for the Void Spirit, who has an Oblivion Staff. Going
Yeah,
into
they had this
Orchid.
ward on NoPing in the river that watched those 2 heroes move up, and they're like, okay, never mind. We're not going for this Wraith King. That's a trap.
They can kill the Shadow Shaman though. Oh, maybe not. Nice timing on the Hex. Coming out of that Vendetta, they still get the stun on moves. Frank with a Rolling Thunder after Swashbuckle, focusing the Nyx, but a Laguna Blade clearing out the Undying. No Soul Rips, no Decays, no Tombstone. A 2-for-1 trade, and NoPing guard their high ground, defending the triangle, and maybe get a 3rd kill. The Yules into Light Strike Array allows Panda Boo to take down Frank, and Alchemist can keep farming with his freshly purchased Battle Fury and some big ancient stacks.
There we go. Those are some nice stacks for the Alk, and really good counterplay there from NoPing. They gotta utilize this Darkseer Ion Shell with the Nyx Assassin and just keep stopping this aggression from Thunder Predator here. I think Darkseer just gotta get more involved in general. He's been focused on his XP and gold, which is the right thing early on, but right now his team needs it.
Yeah, it can be quite easy, you know, as a Darkseer to kind of robotically push out waves, farm jungle, and keep cycling between jungle and lane. You think you're creating pressure, but you do need to make up for that lack of Alchemist in these team fights. There's a smoke into mid. Oh, Shadow Shaman. Smoke broke. And no vision up on the high ground makes it a little awkward for them breaching up the staircases, but they'll walk up there anyway. Undying and Pango, they kick things off with a Rolling Thunder. Alchemist, channeling his stuns, going to chuck it onto the Undying, but that low ground tombstone starting to be focused by the Enchantress, but the Serpent Wards and a blow up on Dark Margot. Lina gets gap closed and destroyed. Down goes the Nyx Assassin, and Enchantress left stranded here. Darkseer and Alchemist already run back, don't want to be involved anymore. Panda move taken out with a triple kill for Leo style. 6-0.
Fresh Orchid, but we would like to let you know, Gary,
Yeah, we saw it.
in case you forgot.
Pango got a little bit deep though. Concocted, walled, swashbuckles up to high ground. It's a pretty speedy Alk though, having to run away. Void Spirit, too much of a powerful force.
Yeah, I mean, that timing from Thunder Predator, understanding they got that fresh Orchid and just going straight in to the triangle area. Keep battling it up. Like, don't let this Alchemist get all the freedom, right? I mean, he's at 8,000 net worth, but that's nothing.
Oh man,
At
Frank
this
is
stage in the game.
breaking ankles up here. Gets the rune, jumps away, gets to low ground. And it's one of these situations, usually, you know, oh, hang on a second, assimilating on the Dark Margot, self-yules, but surrounded. Lina, the fragile mid laner, killed off by Leo, and they're going into this dire jungle. Nyx Assassin under a Radiant Sentry is scouted. They don't have the control. Shadow Shaman has followed the Void Spirit, didn't get in line with the Wraith King. I mean, Wraith King, a hero here who's just been very, very calmly farming.
Yeah, I mean, he's been applying pressure on the side lanes, which has allowed his teammates to be able to run into NoPing's heroes and stop this Alchemist from farming. It's just the way that he's been farming has applied a lot of pressure too.
They kind of,
I got him.
yeah, it's a good one. They were going for Leo style, but now they've got no option but to turn tail, get back towards their fountain. They were looking for like a vacuum into Nyx stun play onto the Void Spirit, I think, because they were chasing him. But he's now going to be the one hunting them. An Alchemist behind the Wraith King in net worth, 16 minutes in, Battle Fury Sanj with the phase boots going into
So when you play Alk on your team, Gary, like, you want to cover him for maybe 12 minutes. Like, you don't want to cover him for longer than that. He needs to be able to farm on his own, and that's not happening. They're still covering him, and it's almost 17 minutes into the game. It's a very bad look for this Alk right now.
And they've got a high ground ward from the Shadow Shaman now. Thinking about top tier 2, maybe Serpent Wards up onto that tower. But yeah, they really are just following the Alk around. I mean, you have the added weakness of everyone leeching experience from each other in the same area too. Like level 7 Enchantress, level 7 Nyx Assassin. Struggling down at the bottom of the table level-wise. Do TP Nyx top? Usually an indication they want to start a fight here. Carapace onto the Radiance. Under the wall, they get a Wraith King illusion, but Nyx Assassin immediately loses his life, and it's Rolling Thunder connecting beautifully onto the two heroes in that backline. They found Dark Margot again. Lina just hasn't had an impact, struggling to do anything in the fight. Jumped upon and slain in a matter of seconds. The Enchantress down with a double kill for Frank. Alchemist, well, he's taunting, he's running, he's trying to get away. The rest of his team have all fallen apart. Darkseer is shackled, dissimulate back. Void Spirit knows he can't kill the Alk, so they'll take the other 4 instead.
They didn't even have the SNY Alchemist 2 and fighting straight into a fresh Wraith King Radiance on the top side of the map.
Yeah.
Man, that is just not the play, NoPing. If you want to go somewhere, you gotta go bottom, you gotta go mid, you gotta open up something more so this Alchemist has a little bit of flexibility in where he can farm. Because these tier 1 towers are constantly alive, Gary, NoPing's movements are so, you know, visible to Thunder Predator, even if they don't see them on the map.
Yeah, like they have 4 wards around this top part of the map, right? Guarding the Wraith King as he solo farms top lane. So he's always defended by vision. Then the rest of the team is defending the other side of the map just through brute force and body count. Yeah, the ability to TP onto these tier 1s super effective as well. Like Alk, he can push 1 wave, then goes to jungle, farms 1 camp, then probably back to triangle. He's missing out on a whole lot of farm. And having Aegis of Immortal now in the hands of your mid Void Spirit with with Orchid Boots of Travel now into Yule Scepter next. Leo Star's had a cracking game, and he's found Oscar here. Surge back, jump in from Void Spirit, chain stunned. Oh, the caster curse comes into play. They force the Aegis, but the shackles of the Nyx Assassin and a Rolling Thunder. Frank comes in, crashing across, over the wall, into the Dark Seer, allows Leo Star to connect for a monster kill streak, killing off a couple of heroes there. Spending the Aegis for it, though.
And that's a fight without the Wraith King as well. So...
Well, he's not been in a fight yet. William Demons, you gonna play some Dota 2?
I mean, he played some Dota 2 top when they went for him, I guess.
But yeah, he's ready now.
Link coming up. He's so farmed on Wraith King. He's more farmed than the Alchemist.
He's level 15. Like that's the big one for me. Alk is level 12. Wraith King is level 15. 2,000 HP, massive damage. While Alk, he's working on BKB, and we'll see what he can do with it. It's a team fight swinging item for sure. But again, the bounty rune's going to go the way of Thunder Predator. Pango back down to low ground. Lina looking for a Yule's target, but they've shackled, caught up inside the Serpent Wards. An easy next kill. He carapaces and turns, but he can't do anything. They've Laguna Bladed the Undying down at the very least. Alchemist thinking, do I farm, do I chase, do I fight, or do I run? What do I do? My Enchantress is dead. It might be time to run now, but they've got a Red Fire Blast. There's silence on the Dark Seer. Oscar's done for. And this feels like a real one-way street at this point. 25-9. Thunder Predator just complete control.
It just feels like NoPing don't really have an angle to fight. They need to get this BKB on Alchemist up if they want any chance. But that being said though, even with the BKB, he can be kited quite easily fighting into this Tombstone.
You know what? Bowie was right. Bowie made a call in game one. Oh, the Yule's on the Lina. This is Leo Star just soloing now. We've got that backup of the Shadow Shaman. Don't know if he particularly needed it. We can just juke in and out. Dodge away. Concoction coming. It's self-stunning the Alchemist though, and the Wraith King's jumped in. HFN caught up inside the Remnant and destroyed. The overwhelming damage as the crashing Rolling Thunder comes in towards the Enchantress now, and they are just dying one by one. Piece by piece, it comes apart for NoPing.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
What was Bowie right about this time, Gary?
In game one, Bowie was like, I'm worried about HFN and teams playing around him, and the Medusa in game one needing too much time. They'll just AFK farm with it. Games 2 and 3 have kind of shown that.
That's true. I mean, game one, they picked this Dusa hero who's a really good team fighter and can control battles. But in game 2 and 3, they went completely the opposite, greedier version of like these carries, right? Alchemist and Anti-Mage. And I think that's where like they're collapsing right now in NoPing. They just gotta find the right balance, the right heroes to give this guy.
And it's also like AM Alchemists kind of function in a similar way to the Wraith King, right? They are farming to a timing. They're farming towards primary items which allow them to play the game and execute as they would wish. But Wraith King just does it better. You know, it's why we ride or die with the King.
Ride or die with the King, baby. You know what it is.
High ground courier scouting. Another one comes in as Wraith King blinks aggressively. The dewarding battle won by the Radiant as the stun onto Oscar catches him on the low ground. The Serpent Wall's chucked in and he's blown up. Buyback is available. It'll be forced out of the Dark Seer as Matthew runs in with a carapace, stuns the Wraith King for a second, but loses his life immediately after a 3-man wall with a 2-man light strike array. They've got some good control under the wall with the illusion following, but MAZ's too tacky to kill. Even his first life, and you're right, that tombstone causing problems for NoPing. Finally killed off, but breaking up this high ground. Lina, oh god, what are you doing? You don't have BKB, you've got a Yule Scepter, but you've got no HP to fight up that staircase, and a grab back on Oscar, drag him in with a Remnant. Okay, he's been stunned up and they can't kill off the Dark Seer, but the Alchemist is the bigger ticket target, and Leo Stahl, he's going. Yule's on the edge. The Nyx has bought back in the middle of respawned, sorry, in the middle of all that. Oscar bought back, and now MNC comes in. Are we waiting for the GG? It's going to be coming soon. I don't think NoPing can last too long.
1.
They're not calling it. They'll wait. Tier 2
No,
tower.
it wasn't this time either. Oh, I gotta get it one day. One day. One of these days, Gary, we'll get it.
It'll happen.
I mean, I saw the Alchemist HFN writing the sorry in chat, and then the Nyx die backing without casting a skill, you know? It looked pretty much like NoPing were checked out, but they're like, you know what, guys? Let's try one more fight. You know, we got that nice vacuum wall combo. We got the Wraith King one time. Maybe, you know, if we get a few more heroes in the wall, we might be able to do it.
Yeah, this is a An 8-0 Wraith King. How many times has this reincarnation actually been used? Like once just now? Was it used once top?
Yeah, it was used top at the tier 2 tower.
Uh-huh. So that's twice. 24 minutes,
Yeah.
2 reincarnations used, no actual deaths.
I mean, he could have died one time when the Darkseer had a chance on the top lane.
Yeah.
The tier 2, behind the tier 2, but he decided not to go for it.
Oh boy, NoPing need these BKBs real bad. Lena, a couple hundred gold away from it. Alchemist also should have his soon. Definitely going to give them an opportunity in the next team fight to accomplish something bigger and better than previous battles. That's an interesting smoke from Dire Triangle over towards the top part of the map.
Radiant are
From
scattered.
the Predator hunting for the heroes that have shown up top, Darkseer and the Lena. They know their positioning and they're going to dust up, looking for the next assassin. TPing Leo style here. Cancel a TP with a quick little Yule Scepter. Matthew, he's going to be the one that pays the price. I've got to say, this
Trying
is...
to get some bounties, something going for his team here.
Get something going, yeah. This has definitely been a hit from Leo style though, right? And we've seen him struggle in a couple of lane matchups, but this has been really a standout performance from the Void Spirit.
He loves playing against Alchemist, I'll tell you that. Do you know why he loves playing against Alchemist?
What's that?
Because he knows exactly where that hero's going to be all the time. It's going to be hitting creeps, and he
GPS
can
tracker
always
on.
predict where it is, exactly. And he can just hunt them down all day long.
Lena forced to
Oh, that
BKB.
tomb is so ugly.
That is in a real bad place, so they'll finish it off now. Maybe NoPing have a chance with his BKBs. They drop the wall on the Wraith King. They've killed off MJC. The shackles end, so Nyx escapes from the high ground. Wraith King is still there, with the Radiance burn though, and focusing on the Lena. Surge up, get up the stairs, come on, get out of there. Alchemist with a concoction going, but he's going to self-stun again, thanks to the shackles, and out on the low ground with no BKB. Chemical Rage wearing off, destroyed, and Leo Styles there with a double kill. Dark Mago, no buybacks on any of these Dire heroes. Enchantress solo defending 1 versus 4, stunned up under the tier 4s, a double for moves, and this is going to be it surely. The high ground pressure, too much to handle as Leo Styles stuck inside the Serpent Hall, is going to boost the travel onto the creep wave coming. And game 3
Dire's middle barracks.
about to be closed out by Thunder Predator.
Yep, they, even with a horrible tombstone there, it didn't even matter because they got pretty much twice the net worth of NoPing as a team, I think, right now. So these 4 heroes just strong enough to demolish through. Even the 2 fresh BKBs coming out from NoPing didn't really amount to anything.
And it's such an important series for both of these teams as well. You know, looking at the table, it's middle of the table clash here between them. Getting a victory here for Thunder Predator puts them in contention for top. As the tombstone gets dropped, Move runs forward, Frank rolls in, Alchemist gets caught up in it, and Enchantress just can't do anything. The control from Frank with his rolling thunder is absolutely
Godlike.
insane. A godlike Pango. GG is finally called. HFN's Alchemist just gonna sacrifice himself here to the gods. As a trill for Frank will close out our 3rd game, 11-2 and 23. I mean, a number of players on that Thunder Predator squad had a spectacular game 3 there.